God says, "Do not skip this message because I have been trying to reach you. I placed this in front of you on purpose because something serious is unfolding. My child, you have no idea how much danger you escaped. And you have no idea how many traps were set against you. Heaven is watching you closely, and the angels are speaking your name right now. They are standing around you in silence, and they are fighting battles you cannot see. Tap the like button and hit subscribe right now to unlock this divine message and receive the blessings God has prepared just for you. Listen to me, because a major arrest is coming, and this moment is connected to your protection. This will not harm you, and this will not break you, because this is meant to free you. Truth is rising to the surface, and hidden things that were buried are about to be exposed. Someone who thought they were untouchable is about to answer for what they did, and nothing can stop this timing. You have been broken and confused, and you have felt abandoned in moments where I was actually the closest. I have watched every tear you cried, and I have heard every prayer you whispered. You kept asking me for clarity, and now I am giving it to you. You asked me to reveal who is real, and you asked me to expose who is false. Now it is happening exactly as you requested, and the heavens have already set the order in motion. There's a person who tried to ruin your name, and they tried to twist your character to save their own. They stepped into something they were never meant to touch, and now divine justice is coming for them. You have been targeted unfairly, and you have been blamed for things you never did. But I am the God who restores reputations, and I am the God who reveals truth at the perfect time. I allowed delays because I was aligning evidence, and I was shifting circumstances to protect your future. Type Amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. A major arrest is coming, and it is connected to a person who crossed a line they knew not to cross. This person mocked your prayers, and they laughed at your pain. But now their actions have reached heaven's limit. I am stepping in, and I am turning everything around in a way that will shock many. My child, you have been feeling pressure in your spirit, and you have been sensing something heavy approaching. That was me warning you, and that was heaven preparing you for this moment. You are not going to suffer the consequences of someone else's wrongdoing, and you are not going to be dragged into their punishment. I am separating you completely, and I am protecting your steps so that no false accusation touches you. The angels have been guarding the doors around you, and they have been blocking certain people from entering your life. You felt rejection, but it was protection, and you felt loss, but it was divine intervention. I kept certain individuals away from you because their downfall is coming, and I will not allow you to fall with them. You are being lifted, and you are being positioned, and this season is shifting dramatically in your favor. This arrest is not random. This arrest is divine timing, and it is part of your breakthrough. You prayed for me to remove the person causing chaos, and now that prayer is being answered. Type heal me if you believe God can restore your health and spirit. My child, I am crying to reach you because you keep doubting your worth, and you keep losing faith in your own destiny. You think you are forgotten, and you think you are alone, but you are surrounded on all sides by heaven. You are being prepared for something big, and you are being shaped for a future much greater than the pain you endured. You will rise from this season, and you will walk into a chapter that carries restoration, peace, and justice. Do not fear what is coming, because nothing coming toward you is meant to destroy you. Everything happening now is for your healing, and everything shifting now is for your freedom. Heaven has already moved, and all you need to do is stay still. Stay faithful, and stay aligned with me. You will see truth unfold, and you will witness the moment where everything finally makes sense. And when it happens, You will understand why I needed you to hear this message today. My child, breathe. You are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. And you are walking toward a season where justice and blessing will meet you at the same time. Stay close to me, because your miracle is connected to this moment. Now listen to the next divine message, because what I say next will prepare your spirit for what is about to unfold. You have been questioning your path, and you have been wondering why everything feels so heavy. You have been fighting battles in silence, and you have been carrying a weight that was never meant for you. But hear me now, because I am lifting burdens from your shoulders, and I am removing pressure from your spirit. The enemy sent confusion to weaken you, and he sent fear to distract you, but neither of those weapons succeeded. You survived what was meant to break you, and you overcame what should have destroyed you. And heaven has acknowledged your strength. What you do not see is this: every tear you cried was recorded, and every moment you stayed faithful was counted. Nothing you endured was wasted, and nothing you suffered went unnoticed. Because I am the God who watches everything. My child, you have been patient through storms, and you have trusted me even when your heart was trembling. And because of that faith, I am bringing you into a season where answers will come quickly, and justice will come fiercely. There's a person who spoke lies with confidence, and they spread rumors with boldness, believing they would never be caught. But I am exposing every false word they released against you, and I am undoing every plan they formed in secret. Their intentions toward you were dark, and their actions were calculated. But heaven sees motives as clearly as actions. This major arrest is not random, and it is not sudden, because I have been building this moment for a long time. Evidence has been gathering, truth has been rising, and the spiritual realm has been watching quietly as everything aligns. And now the moment is approaching when justice will strike sharply, and judgment will fall on the one who thought they would escape. I protected you from being connected to their downfall, and I kept you away from their circle because their corruption ran deep. They thought you were weak, and they thought you were unaware. But I gave you intuition that no lie could hide from. Your spirit felt their deceit even when your mind didn't understand it. Because I whispered to you, something is off. And you were right. Something was off. You sensed danger, and you sensed betrayal, because the angels were trying to alert you. My child, heaven had to intervene, because the situation was deeper than you realized, and the spiritual implications were greater than you knew. Now everything hidden is coming into light, and every deception is being stripped away piece by piece. Do not fear the chaos around you, because it is the chaos of collapse, not the chaos of destruction. It is the collapse of the wicked, and the collapse of false identities, and the collapse of the plans that were built against you. And after the collapse, there will be peace. And after the exposure, there will be elevation. What looked like the enemy trying to ruin your life was actually me removing the wrong people from it. What looked like loss was actually protection. And what looked like rejection was actually redirection towards something better. You prayed for breakthrough, and you prayed for clarity, and you prayed for healing. And now those prayers are being answered in unexpected ways. Your breakthrough will not look gentle at first, and your clarity will come wrapped in truth you didn't want to see, but it will set you free. I am crying to reach you because you keep underestimating your purpose, and you keep shrinking yourself out of fear. You are meant for more than the pain you tolerated, and you are destined for more than the battles you fought. This moment is not the end of your story. This is the turning point where everything begins to shift in your favor. You will see the ones who stood against you fall by their own actions, and you will see the ones who doubted you watch your elevation. Do not worry about who believes in you and who doesn't, because heaven believes in you, and heaven is backing you. The angels have been instructed to guard you, and they have been assigned to surround your home, your mind, and your spirit. You are not alone in this battle, and you are not fighting this with your own strength. I am with you, and my power covers you, and my hand is guiding you through everything that feels uncertain. The darkness tried to touch you, but it failed, and the enemy tried to trap you, but he missed, because my protection never left you. You are walking into a season where the truth will shock people, and your breakthrough will silence every critic. The major arrest approaching is a sign that the spiritual war is ending, and the physical victory is beginning. You will not be dragged into someone else's consequences, and you will not face punishment for what you did not do. I am clearing your name, and I am opening a path for you that no enemy can close. You will walk freely, and you will walk safely, and you will walk with dignity restored. My child, lift your head, because your story is changing, and your future is unfolding beautifully. You survived too much to end in defeat, and you endured too long to remain where you are. Your next chapter carries healing, elevation, restoration, and peace, and nothing can stop what I have prepared. Stay with me, because the next message you hear will reveal the next step of your journey. When you are ready, listen to the next divine video, because heaven is not finished speaking to you yet. You have been walking through a season where everything felt uncertain, and you have been questioning whether things would ever become clear. You have been waking up with heavy thoughts, and you have been going to sleep with unresolved worries that sit in your chest like stones. But hear me now, because this confusion is lifting, and this heaviness is being removed from you piece by piece. What you feel today is not the end of your story, and what you see around you is not the full picture. There are things happening behind the scenes that you cannot see yet, and there are movements in the spiritual realm that have already secured your victory. My child, the darkness that tried to touch you cannot follow you any longer, and the people who tried to trap you will face justice for what they did. This major arrest is not just a legal moment. It is a spiritual breaking point, and heaven has been waiting for it to unfold. There were things done behind closed doors that were meant to harm you, and there were conversations held in secret that tried to shift blame onto you. But I am the God who listens through walls, and I am the God who sees through shadows, and I am the God who exposes what was meant to stay hidden. The lies spoken against you were loud, but the truth forming around you is louder, and it will silence every accusation. You have been chosen for protection, and you have been chosen for elevation, and you have been chosen for a future that darkness tried to interrupt. What is coming toward you is not judgment, it is vindication, and what is unfolding around you is not punishment, it is divine release. You will be freed from people who used manipulation to control you, and you will be separated from individuals who tried to disguise their intentions. I saw the envy in their eyes, and I saw the resentment in their hearts, and I saw the attempts to bring conflict into your life on purpose. They wanted to see you break, and they wanted to see you fall, but they completely underestimated the power that surrounds you. Heaven has been protecting you with a force you cannot imagine, and angels have been stationed around you like a shield. They have blocked attacks you never saw, and they have removed dangers you never noticed, and they have whispered warnings into your spirit when you felt uneasy. You thought you were overreacting, but you were hearing me, and you were sensing the truth before it was revealed. Your intuition has been my guidance, and your discomfort has been my signal, and your inner stirring has been my protection. There is a reason certain people drifted from you, and there is a reason certain connections fell apart. because I was removing you from the reach of those who would soon face consequences. I needed you free from their circle, and I needed you untouched by their destruction, because your destiny is too important to be entangled in their downfall. This arrest is not a moment of fear. It is a moment of revelation, and revelation always precedes restoration. You will see the truth come out in ways that shock even you, and you will learn things that will finally make sense of the pain you carried. You will understand why certain things happened the way they did, and you will understand why I delayed certain answers you prayed for. I was protecting you from stepping into a mess that would have swallowed your future, and I was shielding you from the guilt that someone tried to place on your shoulders. My child, you must understand this. You are not the one being judged. You are the one being delivered. You are not the one being punished. You are the one being rescued. You are not the one being exposed. You are the one being elevated. And when this moment unfolds, you will look back and realize that I never abandoned you, and I never left you unprotected. Every delay was a layer of safety, and every unanswered prayer was a rerouted danger, and every closed door was a shield you did not recognize. You keep asking me why certain people turned against you, but the truth is they turned against me first, and their actions reflected their distance from my light. You were connected to individuals whose intentions were not pure, and I needed to create separation so that your blessing could flow without interference. Their downfall is not your burden, and their consequences are not your responsibility, because their choices led them into darkness that you were never meant to follow. Your path is blessed, and your future is sacred, and your calling is protected by heaven itself. This moment is going to shift everything, and you will soon stand in a place where peace surrounds you, and fear no longer grips your heart. I am healing your mind, and I am healing your spirit, and I am healing the wounds created by people who handled you carelessly. You will not walk into your next chapter broken. You will walk into it stronger, wiser, and spiritually awakened. You will recognize the signs faster, and you will hear my voice clearer, and you will trust your inner knowing without hesitation. My child, you are stepping into the part of your story where everything begins to make sense. The pain will make sense. The losses will make sense. The silence will make sense. And when the truth finally reveals itself, you will realize that I never let you fall, and I never let the enemy triumph over you. Lift your chin, because you are walking into victory, and lift your spirit, because you are walking into restoration. The worst is behind you, and the breakthrough is already here, and the justice you deserve is already unfolding. Stay with me. Stay aligned with me. Stay under my protection. And when you are ready, listen to the next divine message, because heaven is preparing to reveal the next piece of your journey. You have been standing at the edge of something new, and you have been feeling the shift even if you could not explain it. You sensed something changing around you, and you felt the energy of your atmosphere becoming different, heavier, then lighter, then uncertain again. This was not your imagination. This was heaven rearranging the path beneath your feet and preparing you for a transition you did not see coming. I know your heart has been tired, and I know your spirit has been stretched, and I know your patience has been tested more than ever before. But hear me clearly, because what is coming next will justify every moment you spent holding on when you wanted to give up. There are breakthroughs that require spiritual pressure, and there are blessings that require separation, and there are miracles that require exposure of the truth. That is why this major arrest is not a tragedy. It is a divine turning point, and it is the moment where everything hidden becomes undeniable. Someone tried to play with the wrong destiny, and someone tried to tamper with a child who carries divine assignment, and now the consequences are unfolding. They interfered with something sacred, and they touched something I had blessed, and they ignored the warnings I gave them again and again. I am slow to anger, but I am not blind to injustice, and I am not silent when my children are threatened, and I am not passive when evil plots against innocence. Your tears reached heaven, and your fear reached my heart, and your pain spoke louder than your words ever could. And I answered. I moved. I intervened. You are not watching punishment. You are witnessing protection. And you are seeing the moment where heaven defends you openly. The people who underestimated your spiritual covering will be shocked, and the ones who doubted your calling will be silenced, and the ones who spoke against you will be humbled. My child, you were chosen for this time, and you were built for this journey, and you were not created to be defeated by the wicked intentions of others. You carry a light that the enemy tried to dim, and you carry a purpose that darkness tried to distort. But you are rising despite all of it. Everything the enemy used to weaken you is becoming the foundation of your strength, and every wound you endured is becoming the gateway to your healing. I am restoring parts of you that you thought were lost forever, and I am awakening gifts inside you that were buried under worry and exhaustion. You have been feeling a strange pull in your spirit, a feeling that something big is coming, and that pull is correct, because you are being prepared for elevation, and you are being positioned for opportunities that were blocked before, and you are being aligned with blessing that was delayed. This arrest will shock many, but it will free you, and this exposure will shake people, but it will protect you. You will hear things that hurt at first, but those things will also heal you, because truth is painful before it is liberating, and revelation is uncomfortable before it is empowering. The person who tried to harm you is stepping into the consequences they created, and you are stepping into the peace you prayed for. This is not your downfall. This is your release, and this is not your burden. This is your separation from everything that threatened your future. Do not fear the changes happening around you, because everything shifting is shifting in your favor, and everything breaking is breaking away from your destiny. You are being guided into a season where clarity replaces confusion, and joy replaces heaviness, and stability replaces chaos. Your mind will calm, and your heart will rest, and your spirit will feel lighter than it has in years. The weight you carried was not yours, and the pain you held was not meant to stay, and the burden you felt belonged to someone who must now answer for their actions. I am severing soul ties that drained you, and I am removing influences that corrupted your peace, and I am silencing voices that try to shake your confidence. My child, you are rising after this, and you are stepping into a chapter where everything begins to make sense. You will see how I rescued you, and you will see how I redirected you, and you will see how I positioned you for blessings you could not see yet. You will not walk into this next season wounded. You will walk into it wiser, stronger, and spiritually awakened in a way you have never experienced before. The angels are still surrounding you, and your name is still being spoken in heaven, and your destiny is still unfolding under divine supervision. Do not let fear speak louder than my voice, and do not let worry drown out the truth of your protection, and do not let anxiety distract you from the breakthrough that is arriving. Your story is shifting now, and your steps are being redirected, and your future is opening like a door that no one can shut. Breathe, because you are safe. Rest, because you are covered. Stay close, because I am guiding you. You have carried so much pain that was never meant to sit inside your spirit, and you have held onto burdens that were placed on you by people who had no right to shape your future. You have been walking with wounds you tried to hide, and you have been trying to stay strong even on days your heart felt fragile and tired. But listen to me now, because you are stepping into a season where your heart will finally breathe again, and your spirit will finally rise without fear. The darkness that surrounded you is losing its grip, and the pressure that followed you is breaking apart, because heaven has already intervened. This major arrest is not just a physical event. It is a spiritual release. And it is the moment where chains you never knew were attached begin to fall off you. Someone tied their fate to yours through lies, manipulation, and deception. And now the cord is snapping under the power of divine justice. You will no longer be affected by their downfall, and you will no longer carry the weight of their behavior. Because I am severing that connection forever. They tried to drag you into their chaos, and they tried to pull you into their storm, hoping you would drown with them. But my hand lifted you out. They acted boldly in darkness, but they will face judgment in the light, and they will answer for every wrongdoing without you standing beside them. Your name will be cleared, and your spirit will be restored, and your peace will return in ways you have not felt in a long time. My child, the heaviness in your chest has been me pulling something toxic out of your life, and the discomfort in your spirit has been the sign of spiritual cleansing. You have been shedding old energy, and you have been breaking old patterns, and you have been releasing old attachments that were harming your purpose. You may not realize it, but you have been growing, and you have been transforming, and you have been becoming the version of yourself that can carry your destiny. And every attack that came against you served only to strengthen your discernment, and every betrayal sharpened your wisdom, and every disappointment purified your path. You have learned what souls to avoid, and you have learned what spirits to trust, and you have learned how to recognize energy that does not belong with you. This is why I kept pushing certain people away from you, and this is why I allowed certain connections to collapse, because they were not aligned with where you are going. Not everyone deserves access to you, and not everyone deserves to hear your heart, and not everyone deserves the kindness you so freely gave. The ones who mistreated you did not understand your value, and the ones who betrayed you underestimated your spiritual protection. They believed their actions would go unnoticed, but heaven saw everything, and nothing they did escaped my sight. This arrest is not a coincidence. This arrest is the unraveling of a story that was built on lies. And you were never meant to be part of that false narrative. My child, there are conversations happening right now that you are not aware of, and there are actions being taken in your favor that you cannot see yet. Evidence is rising. Truth is surfacing, and the spiritual realm is pushing everything into alignment so that justice can fall swiftly. The one who tried to hurt, you will not escape this moment, and the one who tried to blame, you will not succeed, and the one who tried to ruin, you will face the consequences of their own choices. You will stand untouched, and you will stand protected, and you will stand free from the chaos that once tried to pull you under. This is why I kept telling you to be still when you wanted to fight. And this is why I kept telling you to wait when you wanted to rush. Because I was preparing a victory that did not require your struggle. You do not need to defend yourself anymore. And you do not need to prove yourself anymore. And you do not need to convince anyone of your truth. I am defending you. I am revealing the truth. I am turning the situation in your favor. The people who doubted you will witness your rise, and the ones who spoke against you will watch the truth unfold in undeniable ways. I am restoring everything you lost, and I am rearranging everything that was broken, and I am rebuilding everything that felt shattered. Your heart will feel lighter, and your mind will become clearer, and your spirit will regain its strength. You will no longer wake up in fear of what is coming, because what is coming is blessing, and what is coming is justice, and what is coming is peace. You have prayed for healing, and you have prayed for protection, and you have prayed for confirmation, and now all three are being delivered to you at once. The angels are still speaking your name, and they are still surrounding your home, and they are still standing guard as heaven shifts your story. You are not alone in this moment, and you are not walking through this season without divine support, because you are wrapped in layers of spiritual protection. What is coming next will change your life, and what is unfolding now will set you free, and what is rising around you will prepare you for the blessing ahead. My child, breathe deeply, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. and your peace is arriving faster than you realize. Stay with me, because I am not finished speaking, and heaven is not finished revealing, and your story is not finished transforming. When you are ready, listen to the next divine message, because what I say next will prepare your spirit for the next chapter of your life. God says, "My dear child, your steps are guided, and your mind is covered, and your path is secured by my promise. You do not walk alone in this world, and you do not face your battles without my hand over you. I have been beside you in moments you did not recognize, and I have been carrying you through storms you were too tired to fight. You thought you were surviving on your own strength, but it was my strength holding you together. You thought you were losing, but I was protecting you from losses that would have destroyed your spirit. You worried about the future, but I was already preparing the way ahead of you. You feared the unknown, but the unknown is known to me, and I have already walked through it for you. My child, you do not need to fear what you cannot see, because I see all things, and I go before you. There's nothing hidden from my sight, and there's nothing too hard for my hand, and there's nothing too lost from my power to restore. You have been feeling confused, and you have been feeling uncertain, and you have been questioning your own strength. But listen to me, because you are stronger than you think, and you are safer than you feel, and you are more protected than you understand. The enemy tried to shake you with fear, but I covered your mind with peace. The enemy tried to distract you with lies, but I guarded your spirit with truth. The enemy tried to pull you backward, but I pushed you forward even when you did not realize it. Every step you took in pain brought you closer to purpose, and every moment you endured in silence brought you closer to breakthrough. You have not been walking in circles. You have been walking through preparation. You have not been delayed. You have been developed. You have not been forgotten. You have been protected. There are things I kept away from you because they would have harmed you, and there are things I delayed because the timing was not yet safe for you. You prayed for answers, but some answers would have overwhelmed you too soon. You prayed for doors to open, but some doors would have led you into rooms that were not worthy of you. You prayed for people to stay, but some souls were not meant to walk with you into your next season. All of this was protection, not rejection. All of this was guidance, not abandonment. Your path is secured by my promise, and my promise cannot be broken. You have been walking through shifting seasons, and things around you have changed quickly, and people around you have moved unexpectedly. But none of these changes were random, because I orchestrate the path of those I love. The people who left were meant to leave, and the people who stayed were meant to stay, and the people who betrayed you revealed what I already knew. I allowed truth to show itself, so that you would not build your future on foundation that could not hold you. I allowed certain connections to disappear, so your destiny would not be hindered by those who could not honor you. You cried over people who were never meant to see your promise, but I will comfort you and replace what was lost. I will send new support, new love, new strength, and new alignment. What is ahead is greater than what you left behind. Your steps are guided, and that means every misstep you thought you made has already been redirected. Every wrong turn has been corrected. Every mistake has been forgiven. Your path is secure because I walk it with you. Your future is safe because I wrote it with purpose. Your destiny is blessed because my hand is upon it. My child, I know the fears you hide, and I know the thoughts you never voice, and I know the battles that weigh on your heart. You try to stay strong, but you carry pressure that is too heavy for you alone. So release it to me. Place your worries in my hands. Lay your burdens at my feet. You were not created to carry everything by yourself. You were created to walk with me. You have a calling on your life, and you have a purpose tied to heaven, and that purpose cannot be stopped by what hurt you. Your pain does not cancel your destiny. Your past does not disqualify your future. Your wounds do not weaken my plan. I will use everything that was meant to break you and turn it into strength inside you. I will rebuild you where you were broken, and I will restore you where you were emptied, and I will revive what life tried to drain from you. You are entering a season where your steps will be clearer, and your mind will be calmer, and your spirit will be stronger. You will feel me guiding you. You will feel me directing you. You will feel me protecting you. Peace will return to you. Clarity will come to you. Confidence will rise in you. You will make decisions with wisdom instead of fear. And you will choose paths aligned with purpose instead of pain. There will be moments ahead where you will look back and finally understand why certain things had to happen, and why certain people had to leave, and why certain seasons had to end. You will see how every detour was actually direction, and every delay was actually protection, and every ending was actually preparation. My promise over your life is firm. My covering over your mind is strong. My guidance over your steps is unshakable. You do not need to know the whole path. You only need to trust that I am leading you. You do not need to understand the whole plan. You only need to walk with me one step at a time. You do not need to fear what is ahead. I am already there waiting for you. My child, rest now. You are covered. You are guided. You are protected. And everything I promised you will come to pass.